Let's have a little chat, shall we? First and foremost, just getting this out of the way, I'm going to be starting a new video series because I got into an argument with someone today who showed me very much that there's a character group that I've been neglecting to show the depth of, and that is going to be the villains of Dragon Ball. So, I'm going to be sort of doing that as time goes by. I can't say that it's going to be a long-running thing. I can't say how often I'll get to do it, but I'm going to try to do it. So that means the plot videos might get staggered or pushed back again. But I'm going to try to make it happen. But what I want to talk to you guys about today is I just read perhaps the most idiotic and moronic thing I have ever written. Timothy Sexton just wrote, a fellow by the name of Timothy Sexton just wrote an article on Yahoo Movies about the Star Wars prequels, wherein he declares that the prequels are indeed superior to the original trilogy, based purely on politics. I wish I was kidding, because even though he admits that it may have reflected the political stance of the day, it was hokey and unrealistic political something or other. I don't even know how somehow this makes it less potent than what he says it's going through today, but it's hilarious what happens here. First and foremost, he tries to tie literally every single goddamn thing from these movies to George Bush, from Darth Maul to Palpatine becoming the Emperor to everything. I mean, seriously, he goes out of his way to do it. Gymnastics, literal freaking mental gymnastics here. I mean, Dick Cheney even comes into the conversation quite literally out of nowhere. I mean, it didn't even make sense. There was absolutely no reason to put it in there. He didn't even back up his statement whatsoever. He just said that one of Darth Maul's lines would fit perfectly tattooed across his back. Second of all, to say that the movies, with all their freaking holes, all their inconsistencies with the original trilogy, that people who did the novels and novelizations and side stories in the expanded universe had to bend over backwards to try to patch. The people who, I mean, thank God those are still allowed to be considered canon, and now they have that new nightmare, what with the Force Unleashed games being called quote-unquote canon. I still call BS on that, I'm sorry. But, I mean, just, wow. Okay, despite their holes, the inconsistencies, the terrible acting from Hayden Christensen, the somewhat wooden performances from otherwise great actors, I don't know what in the world the director was thinking there, the horrible dialogue in the romance scenes, all that good stuff, and of course Jar Jar freaking Binks. Despite all these things, the prequels are better because they fit more to his political ideology and its objective fact, and if you can't see it, well, you're just not enlightened. First and foremost, I don't care what your political ideology is. It's a movie set in a completely different galaxy with a completely different historical scenario. Second of all, as someone pointed out in the comments in that review, the first film was written in 1999. The story arc and what was going to happen was planned in 1999. Well, released in 99, meaning it was filmed probably in 97, 98. George Bush was not president at the time. So what was going to happen was already put into motion. Second of all, the second movie was already pretty much in post-production after 9/11. So again, what was going to happen there was already in the film. So to say that this is somehow some sort of modern political commentary on that before it even happened is, well, seriously overreaching on your part. Third of all, considering the fact that this involves not a terrorist event or anything like that, but a galactic secessional movement, you'd have a better parallel with Abraham Lincoln than you would with George Bush, and even then it doesn't stand. Why? Because it's fiction. He took an event and something that could realistically happen and showed something that could happen. He told a story. He didn't tell it very well. It pales in comparison to the originals in terms of storytelling, that's for sure. But there you go. The fact of the matter is, this was less of a friggin' article and more of a friggin' political science turn paper. I mean, what the heck were you going for here? I don't know. But it's painfully stupid, really. I don't care what your politics are. I showed this to a liberal friend, he thought it was stupid. I showed it to a conservative friend, he thought it was stupid. It doesn't matter what your political ideology is, this is just stupid. Okay? I'm gonna give you guys the link. Get ready to laugh. I'm sorry, this is just plain stupid. In the meantime, here's hoping that someone gets taste in movies. At any rate, see ya.